Now, there has been news indicating or highlighting that the president of NIO, Queen Li Hong, has sold his NIO shares. And the NIO legal department, ladies and gents, has came through or just came through highlighting the or denying those rumors. I mean, you see on the screen, notice that saying a statement on inaccurate information on some platforms, right? Then they say today some securities information platforms and social media platforms suddenly publish serious false information about the recent changes in the number of shares held by Kin Li Hong, co-founder and president of NIO. The information was widely dismissed. The company hereby confirms that there has been no changes in the number of shares held by King Li Hong. The information is completely false and is suspected of serious disrupting the normal order of capital market, misleading investors, causing trouble to the company's daily operations. As at present, some security information platforms involved have deleted the relevant false information. We will take legal measures to safeguard our legitimate right and interest and reserve the right to no further pursue legal liability for acts such as reprinting and dissemination. Neo-legal team, June 1st, 2025. So yesterday the legal department of course responded because there were some people that were making false claims about the new president selling his shares, and you know that when an insider, especially a co-founder and the president of a company, is selling their shares, that thing is never taken very likely by investors, because then it means that things are not going well, right? It means that things are not going well, and it is for that reason that probably that insider is selling. And this, I can tell you, it has very, very bad replications on the stock price of NIO, and that is what leads, or that is why they are addressing to say that this thing, it was, and I think it was important that they come and address this quickly, because there were people that were probably had already started taking actions from this, or started taking some actions of selling their stock, because if a president or if a big co-founder like King Li Hong is selling their shares, it means that it does not see the future onto NIO, and therefore the legal department coming and put it or set the record straight, it was very, very good of them. The legal department of NIO has been fighting misinformation about NIO. You will know that there were people that are being paid, or that were being paid, to badmouth NIO or to say bad stuff about NIO, and the legal department has been fighting and taking those people to court. And NIO has been, of course, and since the legal department has showed how serious they are with such matters, we have not really seen a lot of people of misinformation coming from people saying bad stuff or things that are not verified or not accurate about NIO, which, seeing the legal department fighting this again, it's something that of course investors like. Investors, we want to see more of this, to make sure that people don't just say bad stuff, or they don't just badmouth NIO without any implications done on them. I think it's important that the legal department of NIO continue fighting this, because NIO, it is a company, I will say this again, I've said this before, it is a company that is putting a very big status onto China globally, and therefore it must fight misinformation or things like this. And the government must also try to make sure that these companies like NIO gets massive support, because they are making a very good reputable name for China as a country out there. I mean, last week we were talking about Times Magazine covering, of course, how the new energy vehicle market in China is leading the world, and specifically mentioning car brands like NIO of what they have achieved in terms of technology, their technological breakthroughs, which shows you that NIO is not only making a name for themselves, but it's also making a name for China, because Chinese products in the past have been known to sort of like compromised, or quality being compromised, be due to, of course, the Chinese companies using cheap products or cheap materials to build their products, which is why even the China's Association of Automobile manufacturers is fighting the price wars that are currently taking place in China to say that no, this will make China to go back to where they were, and that is known as a country that is maybe making or producing cheap products from cheap materials, and therefore the success that NIO has made or has created the image to NIO, to China and the other companies, they do not want this to obviously be taken away, which is very, very important, and which is very, very important because investors and other countries, when they look into China, because of companies like NIO, they look at it in a very different perspective to say that, wow, China is really evolving. China is really changing to become this country that is making even better products than the products that are coming from the reputable countries that are known for building best products, quality products, which is something that is great. So this is something that is amazing. This is something that is good. And like I said, NIO being attacked like this, it means that there are people that are trying, that don't sleep, that are trying their best to make sure that, of course, the weak hands get shaken off. Of course, people don't get to their financial freedom because of NIO, because what is happening here, I mean, you will know that because of the kind of attention that NIO has, other EV companies or new energy vehicle companies or even other companies, even international, they will try their best to take NIO down. But that is not working, that has not been working. But the stock price has been taking some hit due to some of these things. But look, things will get better. Profitability is coming in Q4. Deliveries have been improving. And the more these things continue to improve, is the more we are going to see things changing from NIO. We are going to see, of course, a lot of good changes from NIO. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. I remain long, I remain strong on to NIO because I know one thing, and that is blue sky is coming. I know that those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. It takes me some time to make this video, and all I ask from you is to give it a thumbs up if you enjoy the content that I give you on a day-to-day. I will see you on the next one, my dear friends. That's all from me, and God bless you all.